It's Tyler, and today we are back in the FTB research lab looking to get some cool stuff done today. Last episode we set up our thermal expansion machines in this room. I also told you that I was going to think about extending out the base a little bit. I haven't done that yet. I don't know if I'm going to or not, plus I'm really not feeling going out and getting clay, but I might do that in an up-and-coming episode. But today I have planned to kind of use these machines to our advantage and to create some better power lines and just create some better stuff. So first I want to take a look at making better energy conduits. And this is actually a pretty complicated setup. So as you can see right here we got the Redstone energy conduit. And he's made simply from filling a empty conduit with destabilized redstone in a fluid transposer. And the destabilized redstone you get from melting redstone in a magma crucible. And you're going to get 100 millibuckets per piece of redstone. And you'll see here that the uses of the destabilized redstone, wherever the... Let me see if I can find it. Oh my god. There it is. It takes 200 millibuckets to fill one conduit. So for every conduit we have, it's going to cost 2 redstone to fill it up. Which is fine, that's going to be perfectly fine, because we have our fluid transposer right here, we have our magma crucible right here. So let's try and make, we'll make 32 conduits. Now, how do we make the empty conduit? Well, that's going to require electrum and hardened glass, and it's going to give us 6 conduits. So essentially, why don't we make, I'd say 32 conduits, but that's not a nice even number for these, 6 here. Let's just make as many as we can. We'll go with that. So we're going to make the hardened glass. You're going to need pulverized obsidian and lead. And do we have obsidian? It appears we don't, which could be a bit of an issue. Yeah, it doesn't appear that we have any obsidian right now. So why don't I go off to our obsidian marker, which we have right here, negative 559, 450, 15. We'll head off to there. I'll stop the recording here. I'll get some obsidian, and then we'll be right back. Okay, we are back. I got 22 obsidian from our lovely obsidian mine, which is awesome. Let's get that pulverized up. Now, we don't want to send the items to the left, because then we're going to start smelting obsidian, and I'm not sure what that does. So we just want to disable this one for right now to just get our pulverized obsidian. So this will pulverize this up, and we're going to get 2 or 4, wow, I think that actually changed, 4 pulverized obsidian per piece of obsidian. And we're going to need 8 per 2 hardened glass, I believe. We could just hit U and see exactly, okay, it's not going to want to show that, that's fine. So let's just grab as much of this as we can. We're going to put it into our induction smelter. Now let's go grab a couple pieces of lead. I also cleared up my inventory while we were away, because I realized that I still had everything from last episode. So let's just put in some lead in here, and that's going to start smelting up in our induction smelter, and voila, hardened glass. Awesome. So we're going to let that go. We're going to get a bunch more in here, and we're just going to try and make a ton of hardened glass. Now, the other component to making this is electrum, and we currently do not have any electrum. Electrum is not made from an ore. It's actually an alloy that you can make, and I believe you can also make it in the Tinker's Construct Smeltery. Keep in mind you can also make Invar in the Smeltery as well in the latest Tinker's Construct versions, which is really cool. But to make electrum, you're just going to need 1 pulverized silver and 1 pulverized gold. Now luckily we have a lot of silver and a lot of gold. So let's make, this is probably going to be enough. So let's just go back over to our pulverizer. He's almost done here, and I'm going to make a hopper, and we're going to put the hopper right on top of the pulverizer. So we're going to need a chest. Let's grab 8 wood. I finally got a new mouse, so that's why my scrolling is much, much better and not super derpy, which is awesome. I'm loving that. It makes PvP much easier and stuff on that end. I forgot 1 piece of wood, and then I forgot to make a chest. We'll do that. Boom, boom, boom. Chest. Awesome. Put that right there. Get ourselves a simple vanilla hopper, and hoppers can interact with most machines to the fact that you can put items in to go in. Now, we put in our 14 gold and 14 silver, and he starts activating, which is awesome. So we can start getting a ton of pulverized gold and silver, which will help us to get more electrum. So now we have our induction smelter. He's making our hardened glass, and you're gonna want to probably get just a ton of hardened glass, because beside using it for these conduits, you can also use it to make those advanced fluid ducts that aren't the opaque ones, these ones right here. You can see the liquid going through them. If you remember the past episode about the lava, you'd be able to see the lava in these, which is kind of helpful. And then there's also the item ducts from thermal expansion, which you can also make with tin and this hardened glass. You can make the opaque ones as well, but I like being able to see your items. And we'll use those in the future. They kind of work as, if anybody is a long-term FTB player, they kind of work as the old red power pneumatic tubes, which were probably the best way of transporting items. So item ducts are very, very helpful when you're playing this game. I'm just going to grab a little bit more lead to get all of our pulverized obsidian done. Luckily we had a nice even amount, I just realized that. And we're getting our pulverized silver. Perfect. So now we can grab that. We got 22 pieces of hardened glass, which is awesome. And then that's probably enough for now. So let's just grab our silver and gold, and we'll mix it together to make our electrum. We'll stick our electrum into the redstone furnace to smelt up, and that's going to put it right into our chest. We had a piece of iron in here from that example last episode. We got the rest of our pulverized silver. We'll simply just turn that into electrum, as if I can click correctly, electrum as well, and get that all set up. Awesome. Put that in there. And we're getting a good amount of electrum. So let's grab this. And I know that some of you who are paying close attention to the series are going to tell me, oh, I already have 23 redstone energy conduits in here because my boss gave me them to start this. And I also had machine frames and all kinds of fun stuff. But that's okay. We're going to show how to make these anyway, because that would only be fair to do so. So let's make some quick conduits here. We're just going to do a little swirly-do and make a bunch of blank ones. So we got 24 in here. That means that we're going to need 48 redstone in order to fill those up. And we'll just get going with this. You're going to want to go to your magma crucible. Make sure he's set to go to your fluid duct, or fluid transposer, my apologies, which it is. Perfect. We're going to throw in our 48 redstone. That's going to actually smelt up really fast. You're seeing that's automatically emptying over into the fluid transposer. Awesome. We'll put in our things, and they're just going to fill up. Now, if we switch this to be toggled to fill, then it's not going to do this because this is going to want to fill the tank right here. We want to empty the tank into the conduits. Awesome. So that's going to start doing that. I wanted to look real quick just to see how much power we're generating and losing down here. So this is dramatically going down right now. We are going to need to make more engines, which luckily I made a bunch of invar over the break, and we're going to have enough invar to make a ton more engines. So maybe in the next little break here, I'll make a bunch more engines and we'll get those set up. But I want to get some other stuff done first, because these conduits aren't the only thing that I want to make involving redstone and hardened glass and stuff. I want to make the redstone energy cell. And this guy is very complex to make. It will take a little bit of time. It's going to require first making this frame, and that's going to require 4 hardened glass, 4 electrum, and a diamond. So let's make that real quick. We can grab 4 electrum. We have the hardened glass. We just need the diamond, which we should have 15. Perfect. Come over here. We'll just make this frame like so, and we have the empty frame. Now what do we do with the empty frame? We need to fill it. So this is going to require 4,000 millibuckets of redstone, which is 40 redstone to fill that. That is actually a lot of redstone to fill one thing, but that's okay. We can easily get 40 redstone here, and we'll start melting that up to put into our thing. So this is all good. He's slowly gaining energy again, and we're just going to push him to its highest here, and we're going to end up filling up this energy cell. Now what the energy cell is going to do, it's going to very simply store excess energy for us, which is actually really, really helpful in the fact that as you run out of energy, you're going to have more energy to use. So that's a good thing. It's good that we're making this. So let's just make that should be 12 was too much. Okay, how do we make this? We need the transmission, which is redstone and silver. just doing a little bit of crafting on camera here as we wait for everything to smelt up over there. But we're gonna make a bunch of these in the future, so I might as well just make a bunch now. Do that. What else do we need? We're going to need just more redstone. We'll see how many of these we can make. The math in my head is not calculating correctly right now. That's okay. We can make 5. Awesome. So now we can both put these down, and we can grab... I'll just use these redstone energy conduits I have right now that we just made. So we can place one right there, one right there, one right there, one right there, and then we'll get another one, another fluid duct in right there. Actually, I'll go get one. Might as well. Now that we're doing this, we might as well do it correctly. Let's grab a fluid duct. I have one of the clear ones that the boss gave us. So let's go here, place him down. You can see that you can see the lava in there. You can't see it in that one, but you can in this one, which is pretty cool. They also light up the room, which is also pretty nice. We can put down our thing. Those are all activated. And we're just going to take out these leadstone ones. Now, just again to show you what the difference is between all of these conduits, we have the simple leadstone, the hardened, and the redstone, and these are the best. So the leadstone can transfer 80 RF per tick, and it's going to also lose some RF as it's going in. These can transfer 400, and it's going to lose some. These can transfer 10,000, and these aren't going to lose any energy whatsoever. So that's why we want to use these. So let's just take these off. You're going to shift right click on the conduit once again to take them off. Perfectly fine. And this is going to harm our production line a little bit, but that's okay. Let's just dig out that block. We don't need it there. And we do that, and we fill these in. So they look really nice. They look very spiffy and all fabulous and stuff. And we're just going to connect them. And then these guys are going to be producing mass amounts of power and sending it in, which is awesome. Let's put back in our one stone brick that we had right here. There's another one up there that I can't really get to right now. Can I get to it? Yeah, I can. Awesome. Let's put in our stone brick there and there. We'll get some more to fill in there in a bit, but that's okay. Let's go up. We'll see if our... Yes, our energy cell is finished. Now this is not all that you need to do. You now need to add even more stuff to it, including this conductance coil, which needs more electrum. Electrum is used a lot in thermal expansion. So let's go over here. We're going to need to grab, we got the redstone for it. What else do we need? We're going to need 2 pieces of lead. Okay, it's fine. 2 pieces of lead. Let's make this coil, so. And then we'll just do a little shift click grab here. And we got our energy cell. And this guy can store 10 million RF, which is insane. And it can send 2,000 and receive 2,000. So let's go get this guy down here. And we want to position him in a way that we can access it and it works well. So let's put it right there. So this guy has a similar interface to the machines. And the fact that orange is your output and blue is your input. So right now we already see a problem. This guy's probably... Oh, well, he is gaining some. That's strange. He shouldn't be gaining any. We want to switch the bottom to be an input, and that's going to now be inputting. And then we want to set the top to be an output, because that's going up to our machines. So let's set the top to output, and then that's going to probably... No, he stopped now. Why did he stop? Do I have this backwards? He's now sending energy... Why is this... I'm very... Now that's gaining. Yeah, there we go. That's right. That must have been a weird little bug right there. I don't know why that did that. But you can see we're now gaining a lot of energy very fast. And this will gradually fill up. And then the best thing about this, if you're long-term players of Feed the Beast, you're going to be used to the industrial craft bat boxes and stuff, where once you destroyed them, you kind of lost all of your power. This guy, you can just shift right-click, and you get the entire frame, plus all of the energy that it holds. So we have 664,000 energy sitting in here right now, which is so nice, because you can just place it back down, and then it continues filling up again. So that's awesome how we can set that up. Redstone energy cells are amazing. Now I'm trying to figure out if I want to just end off the episode right here, and I think I'm going to. This will be a little bit of a shorter one. Next episode, we're going to set up something really cool, because right now I have 19 levels of experience, and I'm really not doing anything with it. So we want to find a way to take my experience, turn it into a liquid experience, and then store it in tanks in our basement. So that's going to be next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!